Good afternoon, students. Welcome to 6th period. Today we are live recording class, and your topic today is write equations. The material comes from pages 156 through 159 of your Glencoe. Why are you getting a colored pencil?
I don't have a pencil. It's colored in here.
We don't need colored pencils today. Your learning target, I can write algebraic equations from verbal sentences and problem situations. The example that we're going to be talking about in just a minute is up there. It says the cost of 2 books purchased online plus $5 shipping and handling comes to a total of $29. We're asked to write an equation to find the cost of the book. Before we can simplify that, before we can solve it, before we can write our equation or anything, there's something that you need to know, and that is the difference between an equation and an expression. Okay, now I'm going to write both an equation and an expression up here. Can I get somebody to lift the screen up or pull it down, either one? That'll work. Thank you. All right, let me give you something here and okay, here I have an expression and an equation. Who can tell me something that's different about these? Yes, sir.
Expression don't have an equal sign.
Expression does not have the equal sign. What were you going to say?
The equation has the complete answer.
An equation has an answer. Yes. Anybody else want to add something? An equation, y'all are touching on what I want to hear. An equation you'll see it in just a second. Mathematical sentence stating that 2 quantities are equal. So an equation is a mathematical sentence stating that 2 quantities are equal. Equations, since they have an equal sign in them, equations can be solved. For the variable. An equation can be solved for the variable. Equations is what we're going to be talking about today. Expressions, we've seen expressions all along the way. Expressions can be simplified, or an expression can be evaluated. Okay, now several of you raised your hand and was trying to tell me that you knew the answer to this. Well, we're not trying to find the answer. All we want to do is we want to take the information that we're given and we're wanting to write an equation to find the cost of the books. Okay, so let's look at our keywords here. It says the cost of 2 books purchased online plus $5 shipping and handling comes to a total of $29. Write an equation to find the cost of the books. Who can tell me in that very first sentence what is something that's important? Yes, sir.
$5.
The $5 shipping and handling is something important. What else is something important? Yes, sir. A total of $29 is important. Anything else?
The cost of 2 books.
The cost of 2 books. The cost. Okay, what information do we not know in this problem?
How much the 2 books
How
cost?
much?
Okay? Now, the first thing that we're going to do is define a variable. Please write this down. The first thing that we're going to do is to define a variable. Now, what that means is I want you to pick out a letter that represents something in the problem that's going to help you remember what we're trying to solve for. So what is it you tell me we don't know?
The
cost
each
of-
book. So B.
So B. B? You want to let it be B?
C.
It'll be for this.
So we're going to say B equals what? Ooh, we can't see that, can we? Let's go with a different color.
B equals 29 minus
Yeah, they were aimed
24 divided by 2.
Hang on a second. Let me get us a color we can see. Can you see that any better?
I don't see nothing. Oh, no, I do.
All right, so let's just go with blue. B equals what did you tell me?
cost of 1 book.
Cost of 2 books. See, it tells us the cost of 2 books in the problem.
I know that.
Okay, next, we want to start to write our equation. Now, there's something in there that tells us an operator symbol. What word is it that tells us an operator symbol?
Cost.
Cost? Does that tell us add, subtract, multiply, or divide?
Plus $5.
Plus. This word right here, plus. That is an important word because it tells us an operator. So we know we're going to be adding something. There's another word that is, it's not really an operator symbol, but it tells us to do something.
Write an equation.
Yeah, but go back up to the first
This
sentence.
is like shipping and handling.
I'll give you a hint. There's a word that's going to give me a clue as to where my equal goes.
$29.
Total.
Oh.
Total. That word total, which somebody had pointed out earlier, total gives me an idea of where my equal sign's going to go. All right, so next, I'm ready to write my equation.
No.
Okay, it says the cost of 2 books. What did we use to represent the cost of 2 books?
B.
The cost of 2 books purchased online plus $5 shipping and handling. What do I do next? Yes, sir.
29 minus 5.
Not quite.
What you
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
Equals 29.
Remember, we're writing the equation. Plus 5. And then my total, how do I represent that? Equals $29. Now that's all they ask us to do in this part. That's all we've got to do. Is we've got to read the problem. We've got to interpret the information that we've been given. We've got to define a variable. We've got to pick out those keywords like plus or less than, greater than, more than, equal to, total. We've got to pick out those important words to be able to write our equation. Question? Anybody got a question so far? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. There are some more problems just like this example that can be found on page 158 of your textbook. Page 158. Of those problems that are on page 158, I would like for you to do numbers 1 through 5. Okay? Page 158, numbers 1 through 5. Let's get started, kids. Here is a projection of your 5 problems. Get started, and let's see if we can get these done by the end of class and check them.